Hello friends, so today we are going to discuss about a patient whom I managed today, and he was a 52-year-old person who came with memory lapses for the last 6 months. So he described that he was forgetting some appointments or somebody's names, or if he went out for buying something he would miss occasional items to buy from the grocery store. And this was not a daily affair, but it happened say once or twice in a week. And he was concerned because his grandfather also had dementia and he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. So he was anxious whether he also is suffering from the same disease or not. If I reviewed his daily lifestyle habits, so what I found is that he was doing a very tough job and he was working for more than recommended, say 12 to 13 hours of daily work, and he was not getting adequate time for either exercise, so almost zero exercise, sitting the whole day, and also his work involved using headphones for almost 8 hours daily, and because of that he also had mild tinnitus and little bit of hearing impairment, especially if people spoke in soft voices. He was not able to hear properly at times, and as a result, if you can imagine, he was not sleeping, only 4 to 5 hours of sleep per night, and he was gaining weight. He had become 92 kgs, and then he had a habit of eating out almost 4 to 5 times on a weekly basis, and also consuming alcohol on 3 to 4 days. So he was a non-smoker, and he had no other comorbid illnesses. And so if you look at, this was his lifestyle, but still, because he was anxious, I ordered for investigations and then asked him to review. So in all the reports, including brain scan, were normal, except that he had little high LDL and total cholesterol. His HbA1c, blood sugar, vitamin B12, thyroid functions, all were normal. So he had no obvious cause for dementia. In fact, on testing, he had no memory issues at all. So this is what we call as benign forgetfulness, and possibly he had multiple risk factors which we identified. And he said, "Doctor, give me some memory pill, or pill to boost memory." But I said, "No, you don't need one pill, but I'll give you several pills, which were all my recommendations." So first I said, definitely number one, you should reduce your working hours to 8 to 9 hours, and not so 13 to 14 hours is not ideal. At the same time, ensure that you get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and incorporate exercise 30 to 40 minutes on at least 5 days a week, any exercise which you like. A diet, definitely eating out has to be minimized, because we all know that the outside food in the restaurant may not be healthy, even though they say healthy, but there is excess of oil or sugar or salt or whatever, or carbs. So reduce carbs, reduce sugar, reduce sweets, and increase your fruits and vegetable intake. Have fish, blueberries, handful of nuts, supposed to be good for brain health. And also avoid loneliness. So he was only working or just sleeping, nothing else. So I said, socialize, spend time with your family and friends, engage in mental activity like solving crossword puzzles, Sudoku, learning in a new game, or things like that. And then as a result, definitely his weight will reduce, because we know that overweight and obesity also is a risk factor for causing dementia. And then also minimize the stress. Obviously, if he does all these things, his stress also will reduce with good sleep and spending time with family, and exercising will reduce. Abstain from alcohol, and then so the other things, and also reduce headphone usage, because hearing impairment also is a risk factor for dementia. So just to summarize, in him I found several risk factors which could be potentially causing dementia in him. So one was that he was spending too much time in work and less time for sleep. So sleep deprivation, no exercise, overweight, and then using headphone leading to hearing impairment, which is a risk factor for causing dementia. And then loneliness, not spending time with, no time for socializing, which is a risk factor for dementia. And also a little bit high cholesterol, which is a vascular risk factor, which can reduce blood supply to brain, is also a risk factor for causing dementia. And alcohol use excessive, and also having unhealthy food. So these are the factors which are all modifiable factors. Of course, we can't change the family history of dementia, which puts him at a slightly higher risk, but all other factors are modifiable. So I advise him all these things and no medications. And I said, and also counsel him regarding all the possible symptoms which a dementia person can have, and ask him to come for review after 3 months. So let us hope that he will follow these advices and he'll be all right. He'll feel much better. Thank you. Post your comments or queries on this case, and any other feedbacks. Subscribe to my channel to watch more informative videos in the future. Thanks once again.